If you often find yourself on Wirecutter, on Consumer Reports, trying to figure out what is the best bedding, what is the best buy, you are going to love today's video because this is the last bedding video you are ever going to need to watch. This is the best bedding you can buy for your home in 2025, and it is comprehensive, so get ready. Hello, I'm Kiva Brent, and I am your personal expert for smart shopping and timeless style. Now, we're going to walk through today's video layer by layer because every detail really matters when it comes to crafting the perfect bedding setup. Now, I do have to say this, when it comes to the home, I would argue that the bed is the most important place to focus on and invest in because that's where we spend a third of our lives, in bed. First, let's start with the mattress. Now, there are a myriad of mattresses on the market and it totally depends on your preferences. If you're into memory foam, if you want something that kind of allows your body to sink into it, I think you're gonna love the Nectar mattress. I've tried Casper, I've tried Linen Spa, I've tried Amazon Basics. I have tried so many different memory foam mattresses. I've even tried Tempur-Pedic, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like any of them except Nectar mattresses. And I like Nectar mattresses so much that I've worked with them in the past, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this video is not sponsored and I can say whatever it is I wanna say. But the reason why I like this mattress is that they have a hybrid option. So you have coils and then you also have the memory foam, and I think you need both, especially if you are sleeping in the bed with someone else. There are two people in the bed, maybe you sleep with your dogs in the bed, someone else that has any significant amount of weight. I think they're also a really good mattress if you're plus size and you want something that's memory foam. A lot of the times when we think about mattresses, we're just thinking about like the average size person, but in America, a lot of people aren't average size. So it's actually really important to think about weight distribution, whether or not the mattress is going to sink in or something like that. And I've had really great luck with the Nectar mattresses. I think they're cooling, I think they're comfortable. They are a 10 out of 10 for me. When my baby was born and I had to sleep in the guest room because that's her nursery, I slept like a baby in there. She didn't, but I did because the Nectar mattress is so good. Now, if you want a traditional spring mattress, I cannot recommend the Beautyrest mattresses enough. I think they make a high quality mattress. You can buy them at Macy's, not Sears because Sears doesn't exist anymore, but you can buy them at any department store, really at any retailer you care for. I bought mine at Mattress Firm because I needed that mattress immediately, but I have the Beautyrest Black. It is definitely an investment. I paid over $4,000 for this mattress, but it helped me cure my back pain. It helped me get a better night of rest. I had been sleeping on a cheap memory foam mattress for a few years. Within 3 nights of getting this mattress, I felt instantly better. I finally woke up the next morning without back pain, without having to take ibuprofen, without feeling like I needed to go to a serious hot yoga class. Now that we're moving on from the mattress, let's talk about mattress pads. So no, I'm not talking about mattress protectors because to be completely honest, all you need is a waterproof mattress protector. It does not matter the brand for the most part. You can get the cheap one from whatever store you want to shop at. But the only important thing is that it is waterproof because sweat, maybe you're drinking water, maybe they're bodily fluids. You don't want any of that sinking into your mattress because the mattress absorbs so much, right? And we can't throw our mattresses in the washing machine. So we want to keep that mattress protected. So buy a mattress protector and make sure it is waterproof. Next, let's move on to the mattress pad. So I'm going to be completely honest. If you have a high quality mattress, you rarely need a mattress pad. Mattress pads are really great for adding a plush layer to your mattress. So say for example, you like a really firm mattress, but you want some softness, right? You just want something to envelop you, but not in a memory foam way, just in like a kind of cozy way, but you still want that back support. That's when you would add a mattress pad. But if you have a memory foam mattress, if you have a soft mattress, you really do not need a mattress pad. Another reason why someone might get a mattress pad is due to the fact that they have a really crappy mattress. Then again, you do want to buy a mattress pad. But how do we choose them? So if you're interested in memory foam, this is when you maybe get a Tempur-Pedic pad. This is when you go to those brands that make really high quality memory foam mattresses and you get those memory foam mattress pads. Now, as I said, I am not partial to the memory foam. I think they sink, they dent, they really absorb smell, and they stain really easily, so I don't love them. But Tempur-Pedic does make a good mattress pad, but you'll find that when you're doing the research on things like this, those mattress pads are so expensive, you could buy a non-memory foam mattress for just about the same price as that mattress pad. And to me, that's kind of bewildering. Now, if you do want a traditional mattress pad, one that is plush, one that is airy, I'm gonna give you a few options. Now, option one is going to be the most premium option, but I want you to go onto Bellagio's website, onto Four Seasons' website, and they sell their bedding. Go to your favorite hotel brand and look at their bedding. Most brands sell them, and I want you to go buy their feather bed. A feather bed is a mattress pad full of feathers. So if ethically you're against that, that's totally fine. Skip out on this one. But it is basically a quilted entity. It's very much so like a duvet, but it's quilted and it's almost like it's a mattress pad. It really is a mattress pad filled with feathers, and it's quilted, and it allows for every single pocket of the bed to get that plushness. That's how those hotel brands make you love their bedding so much that you're like, I've got to go back to that hotel. I had the best night's sleep of my life there. Then I'm gonna go to a casino. Then I'm gonna go to a restaurant. Then I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do that. That's how they suck you in. All of those major hotel brands, they sell their own feather beds so you can buy them. Now, if you don't feel comfortable ordering from a hotel chain, just because it's not as easy to return those items, Pottery Barn does sell a 3-inch thick feather bed. Think about that, 3 inches of feathers. That's really going to give you that nice plush feeling. The Hotel Collection, which you can buy at Macy's, also sells a feather bed. I'm a huge fan of Hotel Collection, and we'll chat more about them later on. And then brands like Quilts also sell feather beds. Of course, you can find them on Amazon as well. And on Amazon, you can actually find a lot of those hotel chains that I was talking about so that you can try them out, but return them easily if you do not end up loving them. Let's talk down alternative though, because I want to be all encompassing. If you want a nice cooling mattress pad, you're gonna love this bamboo mattress topper. It's by the brand Naluka. I've tried their bamboo and non-bamboo, and the benefit of bamboo, and you will find this as we talk about sheets later, is that bamboo is very cooling, meaning that you're not going to overheat by having that plushness underneath you. A lot of the times people worry when they're choosing mattress pads because they're like, it's gonna be like a duvet is underneath me. I'm gonna have like a little duvet sandwich and I'm gonna be the filling and this is gonna be super uncomfortable. But that's not the case with this one. So I definitely recommend it. Now let's move on to sheets. Sheets are the most important part of the bed. And if you want to see me review 5 of the most popular sheet brands on Amazon, click here to go check out that video. But we're talking all of the brands right now, not just Amazon, so keep that in mind. My number one brand for buying sheets is of course Wamsutta, which they do not sell anymore. Wamsutta was a brand sold at Bed Bath & Beyond, but some of you have places where they have like Bed Bath & Beyond clearance. You've said that to me in the comments. So I wanted to put that out there just in case you ever come across a Wamsutta, because their sheets are absolutely amazing. In second place for me, or really first place because this is the one that you can actually acquire, is the sheet by Feather and Stitch. It is a sateen sheet, meaning that it's a little bit slippery but not too slippery, and to me they're just like the Wamsutta sheets. I really like these sheets because they're striped, or they're just like a basic white crisp sheet. They're crispy, they get softer with each and every wash. They are cooling but not too cooling, and they are like the right thickness, so they're not too thick to where they're like almost like flannel sheets, but they aren't too thin to you're like, okay, what is this sheet even doing? And I do appreciate that every set obviously comes with a top sheet, a fitted sheet, and 2 shams, and I do find that they're extra deep pocket. I have an 18-inch thick mattress and this fits it no problem, and they never ever slip. Now, if you're looking for a brand that is a little bit more high end, if you don't want to shop on Amazon, which is totally fine, I totally recommend the organic cotton sheets from Crate & Barrel. I'm a huge fan of Crate & Barrel sheets, and every time I can get them on sale, I do so. Their organic cotton is out of this world. It's soft, it has a nice texture to it, but it doesn't wrinkle in the same way as linen, so you're not left feeling like, ugh, what on earth am I gonna do with this? This looks horrible, even though I sleep wonderfully in them. If you can't afford the Crate and Barrel organic wash cotton, I also have this brand called Moomi. They also have an organic cotton, same feel. They actually have more colors than they do have at Crate and Barrel, and I really do love them as well. I love the relaxed look. They're very, very cozy and almost a little bit thicker than the ones you get at a Crate and Barrel. Now, I do also really love the cotton sheets from Pottery Barn. I'm not gonna sit here and say otherwise, but they are very pricey. They can be between $200 and $350 per set. And in terms of their sheets, I will buy organic cotton, or sateen. I don't buy linen sheets. I find them to be scratchy no matter the brand. I find them to have too much maintenance no matter the brand. The reason why people buy linen sheets is, one, they love that relaxed look, which again, you can get with organic cotton, and two, people find them cooling. I don't necessarily agree. I think linen clothes are very cooling. With the bedding, I think it's so scratchy that the cooling does not outweigh the scratchiness, because maybe I get hot from being so itchy. I would say instead of going for linen, go for bamboo sheets. I love the brand Hotel Sheets Direct. I tried them very recently and I was pleasantly surprised. They are a bamboo sheet, so they're slippery, they're very cooling. It honestly feels like you're sleeping on a sheet of ice. They are so cooling. So I tried them in the winter, which probably wasn't the smartest choice, but in the summertime, these are going to 100% be my go-to. And last but certainly not least, we do need to talk about Brooklinen. So Brooklinen does make absolutely fantastic sheets. They also come at a pretty penny. Something I like about Brooklinen though is that you can really mix and match the pattern and the color. You can really build a high quality bundle so that if you want a nice layered bed, but you want it to be layered with your basics, not with like your throw pillows and this and that, because maybe you don't like those things. You can do that with Brooklinen and they'll kind of send it to you and it's already made this kit for you. You didn't have to buy a pair of white sheets and then a pair of brown sheets and then a pair of burgundy sheets to get all the different colors you want to make up your primary bedding setup. So those are my sheet recommendations. We have sheets that are as low as probably like $89 up to around $350. So you can really run the gamut in terms of sheets, and I think sheets are a really, really personal choice. I think something people get wrong all of the time is that they will try a sheet and they really like it preliminarily, but they don't think long-term about how something washes over time, how something holds up to toenails, dry feet, hairy legs, things like that. So maybe at first glance, a sheet looks really, really nice, but over time, it's not gonna hold up in certain parts of the sheet. So I urge you to open your sheets up, inspect them, look at the wear and tear. Another brand I almost forgot is California Design Den. They actually provide a lot of the sheets to the very famous hotels in Las Vegas, Nevada. So keep that in mind. This is a brand that is in those upper echelon hotels. They have sheets that range from, I think, 100 thread count to 1,000 thread count. So you can really decide what price point you want to jump in at. I love these sheets. I have the 200 thread count version, the 400 thread count version, and the 1,000 thread count version. What I will say is the 1,000 thread count version is a little bit thicker. I love these sheets though. They aren't too hot. They're nice and thick. I feel cozy in them. They don't wrinkle very easily. I think that they are a 10 out of 10. But again, I outline lots of different options depending upon how you like to sleep. Okay, I know we're having lots of fun, but I'm gonna keep going because I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you. Let's talk duvet covers. Now, duvet covers, duvet covers are hard. So the Feather and Stitch brand I just told you about, I think is very great. They're made of the same material as their sheets, and their duvet covers have zippers on them. So if you struggle with your hands, maybe you're disabled, maybe you have an arthritis, they are a very, very, very good option for you. And let me know down in the comments if you would actually like some information on some brands that are disability friendly, decreased mobility friendly, things like that, because I think that's a topic that's very important in design, in the home, in the lifestyle space that doesn't often get talked about, but I find to be incredibly important. I'm also incredibly partial to Crate and Barrel's duvet covers. Every single line I love. I'm a huge Crate and Barrel fan, and honestly, I go to Crate and Barrel before I go to Pottery Barn, though Pottery Barn has the best winter bedding I have ever seen. Their prints are really beautiful. They're the only brand that really makes a comforter, which we might talk about that later. that doesn't slip inside of its casing. I think that they do a really, really beautiful job, but their style lends itself a little bit more transitional. And up on the screen here, you're probably seeing things pop up on the screen. I have links to everything so that you can shop, you can read, you can investigate, and you can make an educated decision for yourself. If you want to get your duvet cover from Pottery Barn, get the Cloud Duvet. It's called the Cloud Duvet, even though it is a duvet cover. From Crate and Barrel, I recommend the organic wash cotton duvet cover, and they now have a waffle weave duvet cover that's also organic cotton, and I think it's a new take on an old design, and I do own the old design, and it is 10 out of 10, my most heavily used duvet cover on the planet. Pro tip, when you are selecting a duvet cover, one of the best things you can do is either choose one that has some movement into it due to the material that it's made out of, or you've chosen something that has some pattern or texture to it, because duvet covers wrinkle very easily, and a wrinkled duvet cover never ever looks sophisticated. So we want to choose something that's very low maintenance. I like a really tight waffle weave. A mattress can be fine. There are so many different patterns and textures that can work, but having a color doesn't just do it. So I say go for the texture. It makes things so much easier for you long term, especially when making the bed. But we're going to talk about quilts soon, and that will actually help offset this if you already have a duvet cover that you love but you're tired of those wrinkles. Now we're moving on to duvet inserts. So the best duvet insert I think you can buy is by the brand Hotel Collection. They sell exclusively at Macy's. I've had my Hotel Collection duvet for over 10 years. I took it with me from my house when I went to college. I took it to college. It made it through all my crazy years. Yes, I had a king size duvet on my twin XL bed. I took it to all of my college apartments. I, have used it while I've lived here. It is one of the best duvets on the market. Now, this is one of those duvets that you're gonna wanna stand outside on Black Friday. I guess you don't have to do that anymore, but I stood outside on Black Friday to get one of these for someone else because they are that high quality. They're lightweight, but they're still insulating. You can use them all year round, and they have many different versions, so I will go into more detail down in the description box. Now, these come at a really high price tag, so if that's something that you can afford, that is totally fine. The next brand I really love is Royal Living. I love their duvet. I've been talking about it during my entire time on YouTube. It's quilted, it's all seasons, it's not too light, it's nice and fluffy, it looks great on the bed. You cannot go wrong with it. But if you want that super fluffy look that maybe you see at a Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel, one of their trade secrets is that they double stuff their duvet cover. That means they put one duvet in and another duvet in. Think about how warm you're going to get. Oh my gosh, that just sounds awful. So what you can do is if you have a queen size bed, you can put a king size duvet in your queen size duvet comforter. But if you have a king size bed, what do? Well, then you get an oversized king duvet. And one of my favorite brands, DWR, they sell an oversized king and a super king, meaning they are extra large, so you have more fabric inside your duvet cover, so you get that fluffy stuffed look. Now, you're gonna use this in the standard king duvet cover, which means it's not going to be wider than what you normally have. It's just going to be more filled, so you don't have those frumpy corners in your duvet cover that just look sad. You're kind of cold in that corner. It's not great. If you want it to be nice and drapey, you can get a super king duvet cover, but I have not found a brand quite yet that I think holds up to the quality that I would like to recommend to you guys. And I am all about quality, no matter the cost, and I just don't have the perfect recommendation for you yet. But I love all three of these duvets that I've mentioned. They're all goose down and they all have loops. They're all quilted to make sure you can adhere your duvet cover to them and that every inch of these duvets provide you with warmth. If you are against using down, again, totally respect that. I recommend the brand Bedshore. They have a down alternative duvet that is so good that I actually forgot that it was not down. I was pleasantly surprised, and this was during a time where I tried 4 or 5 different down alternative options, and I really wasn't happy with too many of them besides this one. And you can see it almost has a 5-star review online. Hundreds of thousands of people have purchased this and loved it, and it definitely gets the KB stamp of approval. Next, let's talk quilts. So quilts are so personal because maybe you have a quilt from your grandmother. Maybe you like a more traditional style. Maybe you like something that's quilted, a quilted quilt. Maybe you're anti-quilt. I think quilts are phenomenal, as I mentioned before, because quilts help cover duvet covers. So your duvet cover is amazing. It should be on display. I love your duvet cover. I love whatever you chose, but you need to dress the lower third of your bed. So we've dressed the top third of the bed, right? We have our pillows, our decorative pillows, our non-decorative pillows, our sleeping pillows. We've dressed the lower third of the bed, right? Because we have a throw blanket there. But what about that middle section? In that middle section, we want to have a quilt. It's going to introduce a new texture, a new color, a new fiber, a new stitch, just to make your bed a little bit more interesting, because the design can start to get boring and it can start to feel like you put all the attention at the top of the bed, but what's going on at the bottom, especially if you do not have a footboard. So a quilt can be very useful. Quilts can also be useful because, okay, there's so much nuance here. So first, we might want to use a quilt under our duvet cover so that our bed is peelable. So we might have the nice duvet, but we have a quilt underneath. It's having the pattern. It all depends on how you make your bed, but it makes your bed peelable. So I'm only a little bit cold, I'm going to use my quilt. Oh, I'm very cold, I'm going to fold up my duvet cover. On the same hand, some people like to have their quilt on the exterior so that we're adding a little bit more texture. A lot of people will have a quilt underneath the duvet cover and then one that's just folded at the base of the bed in case of a bedding emergency. So that's a great way to make it look very interesting in terms of texture and cater to both of those needs. But there are a myriad of quilts I love. I think quilts are where you can definitely save in terms of cost. I have a lot of velvet options that I really like that are under $60. I have found alternatives to the designer brands that are the exact same quality. I'm showing them to you now. I have spent $750 on a quilt before and it has not been worth it. The only time I think you should really invest in a quilt is if someone is hand making it for you and maybe they're using something from your past or something like that. But if you're buying from a big box store, I really truly don't think it matters. So this is where we can actually save. Last but certainly not least, I want to talk about bed pillows. So if you like down pillows, I love the brand Pure Down. I think they make a really high quality down pillow. I will say the feathers do come out a little bit because it is a down pillow. I have tried down pillows that have a thicker outside casing, but then I find that the down is packed too tightly. This has just been my experience and I don't love that. Again, this would be an instance where I'd probably go on your favorite hotel chain's website and just buy their pillows. I am very partial to the pillows from Four Seasons, so that is where I have purchased some of my pillows from. But believe it or not, I am hugely into down alternative pillows. Though I really like down bedding, I found down alternative pillows to be better for everyday sleeping. And I have tried many different brands of pillow. Casper, Purple, Beauty Rest. If there's a pillow brand, I have tried it, whether that's been via Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something like that. The best brand, in my opinion, is the Beckham pillow. They're hotel pillows. I've talked about them, again, my entire time on YouTube. You should be buying a new set of pillows every 3 months. I know, and please don't do this for every bed in your home. Only do this for people who are sleeping in that bed every single night, because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like your dollar doesn't matter, because it does. That's why I'm making this video, to make sure that you are, again, finding the highest quality option. But their pillows are fantastic. I buy new ones probably every 6 months realistically, because I only sleep on one pillow at a time. So I only need one and then I'll switch to the other one in the set, because they do come in a set of 2. But I always size down for my pillows. I find queen pillows a lot more comfortable just because of how I like to sleep. But these pillows are great for back sleepers, side sleepers, stomach sleepers, the whole 9 yards. Another brand that makes a really phenomenal pillow is IKEA. They make a phenomenal down pillow. I will put the exact unit number and all that up on the screen. This pillow cannot be more than $15. It is amazing. But it doesn't look the best in a pillow arrangement. And you need to think about whether or not your pillow arrangement is more important to you than like your comfort and vice versa. I know that sounds silly, but it can be something that people weigh. I find that the Beckham pillows make for a really beautiful arrangement and they sleep really wonderfully. So I find it to be the best of both worlds. But in terms of pillows, those are really the only 3 brands I can recommend, because I'm very picky about pillows. I don't like Tempur-Pedic. I don't like foam pillows. I don't like adjustable pillows. I think that they don't look wonderful on an arrangement, and they don't last quite as long, and they really pigeonhole you in terms of how you can sleep. And I think I should be able to rotate like a rotisserie chicken in my sleep if I so choose. But that is it for my bedding video. I know this was a long video and it was very comprehensive, but you should be walking away feeling confident that you can come up with the most magnificent bedding arrangement to grace the planet. And you can do so at many different price points with many different fibers and many different patterns and many different styles using all the resources I shared in today's video. If you like today's video, please consider smashing that subscribe button because I'd love to have you as a member of our community. And remember, I am your personal shopping expert. So if there's anything you want me to cover and discuss, please just leave that down in the comments and I will do my best to address it. If you want to shop any of the products I shared in today's video, you can either use the screen that popped up here that has all the different products. I've also linked them down in my description box and I've pinned them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until next time, have a beautiful day.